So to buy time, I will just go right into the video. To start with, you will have to mark out half or 1 inch at the top of your fabric or your paper, whichever one you are using. So for this tutorial, I'm marking at half at the top. Then your shoulder measurement divided by 2. In this tutorial, I'm using 7 inches, then plus the stitching allowance 7.5. So next is my neck width and depth measurement. I'm using 3.5 for the width and 3.5 for the depth. Next, you connect using your curved ruler or your freehand, whichever one you are good at. So next is your armhole. To get your armhole depth perfectly and to get your shoulder slope perfectly so that it does not have an excess at the top of it or not relaxing perfectly on your shoulder, you have to come down by 1 inch from your shoulder. 1 inch down from your shoulder. That's on the side where you are getting your armhole. So from that 1 inch you came down by, you connect it to the top of the neck. That is your starting line, just as shown in the video. And then after that, you also mark at ½ inch at the top, which will serve as your stitching allowance, and you connect. So now your armhole depth. To get your armhole depth, you divide your bust measurement by 6 and then you add 1.5. But me, I prefer adding just 1 inch because it makes it very firm on the shoulder. Then the same measurement you used as for your shoulder, which is the 7.5, is the same you will use now to connect your armhole to your shoulder neckline, just as shown in the video. Then that is your armhole extension there. So next is to measure your shoulder to nipple measurement and your shoulder to under bust measurement. We are focusing on the just the neck part, so we'll be stopping there. I'm using 9.5 as my shoulder to nipple and 12 as my shoulder to under bust in this video. So next is to get our armhole curve, or to get the shape of our armhole. Remember, you divide your bust measurements by 6 plus 1 to get the depth of your armhole. Now divide it by 2 and mark it. Then come inward by half. Then measure your bust measurement by 4 and then place it on your chest region, chest area. In this tutorial, I'm using 9. Then place your curve ruler or your freehand to connect. So here is how to draw out or cut out the neck. Please pay close attention because my marker is a bit too light. You can see the fabric is now, the paper I'm using is now doubled. I'm using white on the other side so you can differentiate them easily. So what I did here is on the neck, you already draw out the neck. So wherever it is you mark out on the other side, you have to also mark it on this other side, just the way I did it. Your neck on the other side, you mark at 3.5, and on this side too you have to mark out 3.5. Then from the middle, you see the way I'm placing my curve ruler, you extend it a little bit upward and then turn your curve ruler to the other side, just the way the video is showing, and trace it down. Please just pay close attention to the video. You can see the way I'm tracing it down. You extend it a little bit upward or forward and then turn your curve ruler to the other side and trace it down. If you are free-handed, you can as well do this as well. So just pay close attention so you can see how I did it. It's actually very simple. So that is it there. Now you cut out. Please, when you are cutting out, be very careful to make sure you cut out exactly how you mark it. And what you are cutting out at the upper part, which is the shoulder, on this other side where you have the design, please, as you are cutting it out, do not throw it away. Do not throw it away because it's what you are going to use to cut out the shoulder of the other side. So whatever it is you are cutting out, once you trace it out, you place it on your illusion net or your skin net, and then add your stitching allowance, which is ½ inch. When you add your ½ inch, you use it to cut it exactly. And on the body too, once you place your pattern paper on your fabric as you are cutting, make sure you add your ½ inch allowance as well for your stitching allowance. Please, it's very important so that you get it accurately. So that is it. The shoulder I just cut out, you make sure you don't throw it because it's what you are using to cut the illusion net that you are going to be placing on this other side where you have to connect your sleeve to or attach your sleeve. So you make sure to keep it and add your ½ inch when you are cutting on your fabric so that it doesn't get too tight or looking rough after sewing. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for another amazing tutorial. You're going to be learning a lot. Just stay close. Please subscribe to my video, turn on your notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you.